the things about the political helpers, what are the things to look out for. You know, if you want to become an independent candidate, what are the things that you should do? So I actually appeal to the bloggers to actually write some information on the blogs itself and to educate people on what is actually needed to know before you vote. And let me see. Yeah, and also as a communication to also have to advertise the opposition candidates in the GRC when the time comes.
Thank you. That is a very good, complete suggestion that I think bloggers and political parties here really should take up. Yes.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ramli. For many years, I've been sitting down and avoiding my friends. We're trying to understand ourselves on which of the leaders, including AP or the coalition party or any of the opposition party, that we should vote for. So at the end of the day, my friends would either cross everything, so it will be a waste for the opposition. Whereas I'm so glad that my family is a die-hard core opposition party. There's this one time where I sit down at a coffee shop where me and my friends were talking about politics, so-called, where we don't understand much. So I took the initiative to actually go among one of my family members, which involved himself in politics. So I learned slowly, trying to feed the rest of the information given to me, to my friends. Now I always told my friend that going to tattoo shops and having dragons and tigers in their body might as well they put in the SDP or Workers' Party or SDA or PKMS and whatsoever. So the actual question here is, what could be feed to us, which most of us are rather the young fighters who want to help the opposition in winning votes or even putting themselves in the parliament to make a change in this country. Because as you can see, I always told my friend, if you keep on voting PAP, from 5% you will be called illegal gathering, so even 1% smoking will be called illegal gathering. So this is the kind of question which I would like to have.
Ramli, can I just clarify your question? What can
be feed to us as in, what can be taught to us to educate, rather than blogging, because most of my friends do not have any internet at home. So what are the other alternative ways?
Thank you. All right. And last question for the evening. I think the gentleman in blue. Yes.
Thank you for the chance. My name is Wayne. 2 questions. Number 1, for the civil society activists. What, in your opinion, is now the role or the changing role of civil society, given what was summarized earlier, is that now opposition parties need to come together with civil society activists. Second question to the political leaders of members of political parties. It seems that there's always a accusation by the ruling party that opposition parties are not relevant. How now, in your opinion, are you able to say that you will continue to be relevant? In fact, you have been relevant, you are relevant, and that you will continue to be relevant, and that your process plus your outcome necessitates it to be so?
Thank you. Right, so at the end of this, here we have, I think, 2 questions, 2 questions each for political parties, to the gentleman's question, 2 questions to civil societies regarding the gentleman's question and Ramli's question. Right, how can his friends be fed with that information? And for each, and I'm going to go through the panel speakers. Each of them gets a minute to respond to these questions and say what they want to say. The last response from each of the speakers, starting with Dr. Wong.
Well, I think the first speaker was quite perplexed by the my question, that how come a very educated population cannot field enough candidates for this election. Now, I'm equally perplexed. Okay. And let me tell you, not only it is difficult to get candidates for the election, let me tell you, it is equally difficult to get even people who want to vote for you to vote for you. You see, let me relate my experience. In 1997, after the general election, somebody rang me up. I don't know how he got my phone number, but he rang me up. And this is a young professional. His wife, also young professional. And he has gone through NS. He called me up, he said, Dr. Wong, can you please tell the government to remove the serial number from the ballot box? You know, when me and my wife, we went into the polling booth ready to vote for you. But the moment we went in, they shouted my name, and I panicked. And in the end, when I went to vote, I put a cross for the PAP. So I said, look, why are you afraid? He said, oh, you know, they can trace votes and all that. I said, but I'm the one putting my neck on the chopping board. Why should they want to, you know, pick on you? He said, no, we are afraid. So this guy has gone through NS. He's not afraid of the bullet, or supposed certainly not to be afraid of the bullet. But yet, he's afraid of numbers. So you see, the question is a perplex, you know, perplexed me. Why we? But this is even more perplexing. Why are you afraid of a number? You know, so this is the obstacle we are facing.
Wow, opposition unity, two-party, multi-party, whatever it is. In Singapore, we started in 1959. It's nearly 50 years. Unlike in Europe, UK, where they have few hundred years of political democracy evolution. Now when I say we, I mean myself, Chinese, Malay, Indian, we are Oriental. Our history, since the Chinese used to talk very big, 5000年的历史 is emperor, dynasty, no politics. So it's rather hard for us, Oriental, to learn that kind of democracy political process evolution. And in fact, it's a civilized evolution, just like the Darwinist theory of biological evolution. So it's still evolve. Where will we